Good morning. This is your Old Capital Lending Real Estate Update for Tuesday, March 29th, and I'm Billy Parker, President of MC Providers of North Texas. Joining me as always is Paul Peebles, who is the Senior Underwriter for Old Capital Lending. Well, Paul, it looks like mortgage rates creeped up a little bit this week. Why don't you start us off with that report?
Billy, just a smidgen. We've seen interest rates rise and the 30-year fixed rates come up just a smidgen to right about 4.87 APR in the 30-year fixes. The 15-year fixes are just almost at 4%. So rates are still great. You're looking to refinance, now is still a great time to refinance or even buy a house. Two of the things that I wanted to kind of throw out to you right now in the underwriter's corner is of what we're seeing right now on the residential 1 to 4 markets. One of the things that we're seeing the underwriters ask for is that if you are buying a short sale, make sure that you can get the contract or whatever the agreement was between the seller and their mortgage company. We really need to get that to make sure that the mortgage company has agreed upon what the price is that they're willing to sell that house for. So that's important. That's got to be included in the package too. So make sure you put that in your checklist to get. And then two is that if your borrower is needing to use rental income on the property, they're moving from the house that they currently live in and they want to rent this house out again, we have to make sure that there's enough equity, at least 30% equity. Absolutely. To count the rental income into their overall equation. So their debt to income equation, you have to have at least 30% equity in the property that they're going to be renting out to use the income on that equation. If it's less than that, we can't count that income. I got to count both debts against it. Billy?
Well, I tell you what, Paul, even though rates have moved up a smidgen, we're still busy here at the end of the month and certainly hope that you are. Paul, you'll recall that we do have quite a few customers we're in the process of refinancing right now that are moving up to a 15-year fixed rate mortgage and leaving the old 30-year fixed rate mortgage behind. So although rates have come up a smidgen, folks, they're still at historic lows, and we're really happy to see that. Also, too, the Case-Shiller Home Price Index was released just about an hour ago, and unfortunately it's showing that Dallas area home prices were down 2.8% from a year ago last January. Now, Paul, when we look at the overall picture across the United States, Dallas and Fort Worth, and really the entire state of Texas is faring much, much better than places like Las Vegas, Nevada, Stockton, California, or any place in Florida. Sure. So even though we're seeing a little bit of a decrease, we're still in much better shape than most parts of the country. Well, Paul, this week our City Spotlight's going to be focusing in on Flower Mound and Bedford. In February, there were 48 homes that were sold in Flower Mound, and the average sales price was a smidgen over $282,000. Days on market, we're still looking at about 112, and in the last 7 days, there were 26 homes that were listed and 6 homes that were sold. Now, moving south of DFW Airport, in February, there were 21 homes that were sold in Bedford, and the average sales price was a smidgen under $149,000 at $148,934, and the average days on market was looking right at 138. Now, in the last 7 days, there were 12 homes that were listed and 5 homes that were sold. Well, folks, that does it for this week. Thank you for tuning in and viewing our program. As always, we solicit your input and advice, and we look forward to seeing you all next week.
Thanks.